Have you ever looked at someone and thought to yourself, they have it all figured out, they're living the dream? You watch them from a distance, perhaps scrolling through their social media feed or seeing them speak on a stage, and everything about them seems polished, purposeful, powerful. They radiate confidence. They stride with direction. They succeed as if the universe has simply bent in their favor. And in the quiet of your own space, maybe when you're lying in bed, or in the still silence between responsibilities, there's a voice inside you that wonders, why not me? Why can't I be the one living the dream, stepping boldly into the life I want? It's not envy. It's not resentment. It's curiosity mixed with pain. You're not asking to take away someone else's success. You're just wondering when it'll be your turn to rise. Enough waiting. It's time to move. If you're tired of the talk and ready for action, smash that subscribe button now. This isn't just motivation. It's your weekly wake-up call to show up, stay focused, and dominate your goals. Like, comment, share, and bring someone else with you on this journey. Let's grind. Let's rise. Let's win. Together. But today, I want to flip that question. I don't want you to ask, why not me? With doubt in your voice. I want you to ask with conviction, with fire, with intention. I want you to stand in front of the mirror, look yourself dead in the eyes, and ask, why not you? Not them. Not later. Not when everything is perfect. You. Now. Because here's the truth that nobody teaches you in school, that no handbook or textbook lays out clearly. Every single person you've ever admired, every world changer who's left a mark, every author, speaker, athlete, inventor, entrepreneur, artist, every single one of them started where you are. They didn't begin with certainty. They didn't begin with confidence. They began with a question, with fear, with hesitation. But they also began with one powerful choice, to take the first step, regardless of the unknown. We grow up believing a myth, a carefully constructed illusion that successful people are somehow chosen, anointed by fate, born under luckier stars. We convince ourselves they have something we don't, that they were born with the golden ticket, that maybe greatness skipped over us. But let me tell you something as clearly and honestly as I can. That's a lie. No one is born knowing they'll succeed. No one has an unshakable roadmap. Those people you see living boldly and winning publicly, behind the scenes, they've been rejected dozens of times. They've failed repeatedly. They've sat in rooms full of doubt, heard more no's than yes, faced ridicule, wrestled with imposter syndrome, cried alone, questioned their worth, and yet they kept going. Not because they had more talent, but because they refused to quit. They stopped asking, can I do this? And they started saying, I will do this. That's the only difference between you and them. The only difference that truly matters. The truth is, the biggest war you'll ever fight won't be out there in the world. It will be inside you. It's not the market. It's not your background. It's not your current bank account, your education, or your past mistakes. The real battle is between the voice that says, you're not ready, and the one that dares to whisper, try anyway. That internal voice, the critic, the doubter, the pessimist, it tells you you're not smart enough, strong enough, gifted enough. It replays every failure like a highlight reel. It holds onto old wounds and magnifies them until they feel like chains. But listen carefully, that voice is lying to you. You are stronger than you think. You are more capable than you realize. You've already survived storms others never knew you endured. You've carried weight in silence. You've overcome things you once thought would break you. And yet here you are, still breathing, still hoping, still searching. That's not weakness. That's proof of fire. That's proof of destiny. Every time you rise, when you feel broken. Every time you push forward, when it would be easier to retreat. Every time you choose discipline over comfort. You are becoming the person you were born to be. Too many people wait. They wait for a sign, for permission, for a green light from the universe. They wait to be picked, validated, applauded. But the truth is, you don't need anyone's permission to start becoming your best self. You don't need an invitation to rise. You don't need a crowd to believe in you before you begin. You only need to believe in yourself enough to begin anyway. You can choose courage, even while trembling. You can choose to keep showing up, even with doubts. You can choose to act, even when fear stands at the door. Because greatness is not awarded. It is earned through grit, consistency, vision, and heart. It is claimed by those who are relentless in the pursuit of what sets their soul on fire. And make no mistake, the road will be hard. I won't dress it up with fairy tales and fireworks. You will fall. You will be misunderstood. You will be underestimated. There will be moments when you will feel deeply alone, when the path forward seems foggy, when others tell you to give up. But don't you dare. Don't you dare trade the brilliance of your future for the comfort of your present. Don't you dare shrink to fit into spaces you've outgrown. Don't you dare settle for survival when you were made for impact. Your journey will leave scars, but they'll become your armor. Your steps will feel heavy, but they'll carve out strength. You don't have to move perfectly. You just have to keep moving forward. And here's something beautiful that no one talks about enough. When you rise, you create a ripple. When you step into your power, you unconsciously give others permission to do the same. Your courage becomes contagious. Your story becomes a lifeline to someone who thinks they're alone. You never know who's watching. You never know whose life you will touch. You never know who you're inspiring just by refusing to quit. Your breakthrough could become someone else's survival guide. Your decision to keep going might save someone who's about to give up. Your example could shift the trajectory of a generation. So I ask you again, not in doubt this time, but in full certainty. Why not you? Why not the underdog? Why not the late bloomer? Why not the misfit, the outcast, the kid who was told they'd never make it? Why not the one who's been knocked down more times than they can count, but still refuses to stay down? Why not the soul who feels unseen, but is quietly building the kind of strength that no one can steal? You don't need a miracle. You don't need 100 opportunities. You just need one decision. A decision to believe. A decision to start. A decision to refuse to be average. This is your moment. Not next year. Not when you have more money. Not when you feel more ready. Certainly. Here's your powerful closing, with 4 additional lines seamlessly added for extra emotional impact and momentum. Now, this is the spark, the ignition point, the beginning of the rest of your story. You are not too late. You are not too broken. You are not too far behind. You are exactly where you need to be to begin your rise. So stand tall. Speak your truth. Chase the fire. Fight the fear. And claim the life that is waiting for you on the other side of doubt. Drown out the noise of those who said you couldn't. Break free from the chains of your past. Step into the light you were born to carry. And walk like the future is already yours. Look in the mirror and say it loud. Say it proud. Say it until the fear shatters. Why not me? This is your time. This is your calling. Go take it.